everybody, it's Kyle. Hey, I want to share with you something that happened today and kind of tie it back with something I heard a while back from a guy by the name of Troy McClain. You might have heard of him. He was on The Apprentice at one point, and I'll tell you why. But in my office today, somebody said something that was really, I guess, horribly offensive to one of the other people, and he took it real bad, and it caused some real contention in our office, and it kind of reminded me of a presentation I went to. It's been a couple years ago, but Troy McClain spoke. Troy McClain was he's famous, I guess, for being on The Apprentice, the TV show with Donald Trump, who's now, I guess, running for president and probably going to be the nominee. That might be offensive to you. But anyway, Troy gave a really good presentation. It was really compelling, and his overall message was real simple. He said, we need to give people permission to make mistakes, and we need to stop being so offended so easily. And I thought that was interesting because I've recently been getting hammered a little bit on my videos for the way I talk about my kids. And when I say the way I talk about my kids, I usually say they're on the spectrum. But occasionally I'll say they're autistic. Occasionally I'll say they're affected by autism. For me, I don't really distinguish that much. But I know there are people who do distinguish very clearly. And I understand that. And I understand why they do. And I respect how they'd like to be addressed and those kind of things. I've got a good buddy of mine who likes to be called autistic. I've got a parent who wants to she always wants her children referred to in the third person, like affected by autism. And then I know others who are on the spectrum, and that's what they want to be, how they want to be referenced or talked to. And so I get there's a lot of different ways to everybody wants differently, and you never really know how people want to be talked to or how they want to be referenced until, in a lot of cases, they say something to you rude because you did it the wrong way. So I guess my message today is this, and it kind of came back to life for me because of the event in the office today. But and this happened to me a few years back after hearing Troy McClain's presentation. I decided that I would give people permission to make mistakes, and I would in a kind way tell them, that's probably not the way to do that. If you want people to like you or to respect you, because you can lose somebody's respect pretty quick if you refer to the wrong things or offend them. And I don't think any of us really want to offend each other, and none of us want to be offended. And it kind of changed me, because then I went from kind of lashing out at people in some cases to just understanding that not everybody understands or knows what words are appropriate and what words aren't. And so my job at that point was to kind of educate them and try to do that in a nice way, so that I know that the only way to influence people is if you treat them kindly, because you're not going to change somebody by screaming at them. They're probably going to dig deeper into what they want to do if you handle it that way. So that's the message I want to leave with you today. It's very simple. Let's try to stop being so offended, and let's give people permission to make mistakes. Sometimes a lot of times they don't know they're making a mistake. And really, when we get offended, all we're really doing is hurting ourselves ultimately in the long run if we don't handle that appropriately and talk to those people in a way that's kind and help them understand where we're coming from, so that they can meet us in the middle. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.